Hey, fourth grade. I hope you're having a great day. Today we're actually going to stop. We're going to stop and we're going to start just some review. We only have 2 weeks left of school, so we're going to do 2 days of review this week, and then at the end of this week, your third lesson for the week will be an English quiz, and then we'll probably do 2 review lessons next week as well. So let's look up here. This is the end of the year review, day 1. I'd like you to grab your journal. What? Grab your journal, because I'm going to show you this, or my husband's going to show you this board real quick, and then you are going to write these sentences in your journal. So make sure you put the date at the top, and then go ahead and look at these 5, well, there's 4 sentences, and then a word problem we're going to work on. So pause it and get those sentences down. Okay, so let's go through these sentences together. We're going to mark the parts of speech. I also want to remind you that the direct object is one of the parts of speech we'll be marking today. And you always have to have an action verb. Okay, it's not a linking verb. We've got other things we do for linking verbs, which we'll talk about next year. But for an action verb, we sometimes will have a direct object. The direct object receives the action of the verb, and it answers the questions what or whom. So we'll refer to this often today. Okay, sentence 1. We put the leaves in large plastic bags. Okay, before I do it, I want you to take a look at that sentence that you've now written in your journal, and I want you to mark the prepositional phrase. There's one in this sentence. It contains 4 words. Mark your prepositional phrase. Okay, your prepositional phrase is in large plastic bags. Now I want you to mark the preposition. Pause it if you need to. Mark the preposition. Your preposition is in. Mark the object of the preposition. That is bags. What is plastic? Plastic is an adjective describing bags. And what is large? Large is an adjective describing bags as well. Okay, now let's split this sentence in half between the subject and the predicate. Go ahead and do that. And we're going to do that split right there. What is the subject in our sentence? Underline it once. We is the subject. What is the verb? What did we do? We put, and put is an action verb. So what did we put? What did we put? We put leaves. So leaves is our direct object. So the only word we haven't identified yet is the, and we also know what the is. The is a special adjective, so we're going to mark it adjective, called an article, and it's describing leaves. Okay, let's look at sentence 2. Before we get going, if you want to pause the video and see if you can mark this up by yourself, there's a prepositional phrase in sentence 2 that has 3 words in it. So if you need to pause it, go ahead and do that. Okay, that prepositional phrase is by the driveway. What is the preposition? It always is at the very front of our prepositional phrase, by, and the object of the preposition is always at the end of the prepositional phrase, and it always has to be a noun or pronoun. By the driveway, the is an adjective describing driveway. Okay, now let's split the sentence. We place them by the driveway. Where does the subject end and the predicate begin? After we. So what is our subject? Our subject is we. What do? We, say it out loud, place. What do we place? We place them. Place is an action verb. It answers the question what, so them is our DO. Okay. Number 3. The trash collector takes them to a mulch nursery. Okay, go ahead and pause this if you want to mark this sentence up before we get going together. There's one prepositional phrase and it has 4 words. Okay, let's keep going, 4th grade. The prepositional phrase in sentence 3 is to a mulch nursery. Okay, what is the preposition? The preposition is to. What is the object of the preposition? Always at the end. Nursery. What is mulch doing? Mulch is an adjective describing nursery. What is a doing? A is an adjective. It's a special adjective known as an article, and it's also describing nursery. Whoop. Whoop. Okay. Let's take a look at the beginning of this sentence. Where does the subject end and the predicate begin? The trash collector takes them. It's going to split right here. Okay, what is the subject? The subject is collector. Collector. What does the collector do? The collector takes them. Takes is an action word. Collector takes what? Collector takes them. Them is your DO. Okay, let's look at the 2 words we've not marked yet. Trash. Ask yourself, what is this doing here in this sentence? Well, in this sentence, trash is describing the collector, so it's an adjective, describing collector, and the is an adjective. It's a special adjective called an article, and that is also describing collector, the collector. Okay, number 4. At the nursery, the leaves become mulch. I want you to pause it, and I want you to look for one prepositional phrase with 3 words in it at a different space in the sentence than we've used yet today. Okay, let's look here. At the nursery is our prepositional phrase. Remember, a prepositional phrase can be at the beginning, at the end, in the middle. What's your preposition? Always at the beginning of your prepositional phrase. At. Nursery is the object of the preposition. Always a noun or pronoun. What is the? Say it out loud. It's an adjective, a special adjective known as an article, and in this sentence it's describing nursery. Okay, now let's look at the rest of the sentence and decide where this sentence splits between subject and predicate. We're going to split this right here between leaves and become. What is the subject? The subject is leaves. What do the leaves do? The leaves become. The leaves become what? They become mulch. So this is your DO, your direct object. And what is the? Say it out loud. The is an adjective called an article, and in this sentence it's describing leaves. Okay, kiddos, let's look at these. This down here. Pitchfork, that's a tool, is to barn. So the place where the pitchfork is the barn. Pitchfork, a tool, is to barn. As blender, another tool, is to what? Where would you find a blender? Where are those kept? Blender is to kitchen. If you say kitchen, you are the winner chicken dinner. Okay, kiddos. I hope that you did well today. If as we were going through here, you kind of were like, huh? Always feel free to call me, have your parent text me, or email me, and we can have a conversation so you're understanding what we're doing. Okay, have a great day. Bye-bye.